So, hello friends. In this video, I am going to explain about the security event configurations in Pega. Security event configurations in Pega. So, before explaining to this topic, I just want to tell you something about the log files. So, in Pega, we have a different types of log files. Go to the system operations and log files. When you click on this log files, here we are seeing the different types of log files here. One is Pega rules log, Pega rules alert log, Pega bits log, Pega data flow log, and Pega rules security event logs, etc. So we have a different types of Pega log files, and each and every log file is capturing the different types of log details. For example, if you are running the Bix rules, unfortunately there was some issue in the Bix rules. Some exceptions are came in the Bix rules. Immediately Pega logs those details into the Pega Bix log, not Pega rules.log. Unfortunately, if your database query is taking more than the threshold value, immediately Pega trigger an alert that you can see it in the issues. At the same time also, Pega logs those details into the Pega rules-alert.log file. And as usually your regular transactions, when you are opening the case and you are submitting, and if you want to log something by using a log message step in the activity, etc., or px log message, as usually those log details will be logged into the pega rules.log. And if you are running the data flow and unfortunately the data flow got failed or some exceptions is occurred, if you want to see those details related to the data flows, you can see it in the pega data flow.log. And similarly we have a and leave it about this mobile build, and there are some usage metrics and cluster, all these things. And we have a one more log file, called it as a security events. So now you are in the production deployment, someone has updated your operator ID. Immediately Pega logs those details into the security event log file. Someone has updated the dynamic system settings of the Pega. Someone has updated the dynamic system settings in production environment. Immediately Pega logs those details into the security event log. You have a one service, someone is sending a request to your service from the external application and they are sending the invalid credentials. Immediately Pega logs those details into the security event log files. So here you note it down, there are different types of events which are related to the security, which are to be very sensitive. So all those details immediately logged by the Pega in the Pega rules security event log file. When you click on this one, see this one, we have a authentication. See this one, and so for example this is the security event log file. Okay, all the security related events or all the security related actions performed by anyone or by the Pega internally also, those details will be logged into the Pega rules security event log. Pega rules security event log. At the same time, if you want to modify those, or if you want to add few more security events, you can configure it easily. Go to the configure system. Go to the configure organization and security tools. Here security. Here security event configuration. Security event configuration. See here we have a different types of events: authentication events, data access events, data access events, OAuth 2.0 events, and custom events. We'll talk about custom events later. Okay, so for example, see this one, OAuth 2.0 invalid token request. API requests with invalid credentials. Someone is sending a request to your API with invalid credentials. Immediately Pega logs those details into this log file. So someone is modified the password changes, failed login attempts, and changes to the operator records. Everything will be logged into the security event log file. For example, I'll show you configure organization and security operators. I'm just modifying one operator, admin 34, assuming this is a production environment. Now here full name is my name is admin. Now just click on save. Now go to the system operations log files, security event log files. See here operation update, operator ID admin 1, operator record admin 34. So operator record name and admin 34, etc., so that we can easily track it, because in the real time in the production some teams keep on monitoring. Not only some teams in the production, if someone is modified like this, they can easily track it, because we are just thinking, okay, we have updated, no one is tracking. But in the back end and in the background, Pega is logging all these tracking. Pega is logging all these details, whatever you performed, which is related to the security perspective. For example, and one more thing is there is some dynamic system settings. Go to the records, sysadmin, dynamic system settings. Assuming I have some n number of dynamic system settings, assuming this is the production environment, someone is silently updating this dynamic system setting value. Now that change also logged by the Pega. Assuming mm, here, assuming this is the maximum number of records. I am updating 510, which is Pega, but don't touch it in the real time. Save. Now open the log file again. Log files, security event log file. See, dynamic system setting changed, so and so on IP address. So immediately, because in the real time, what happened, the clients can monitor what's happening in the production environments. Someone is silently doing all these things, etc. So that's why this security event log file will capture all these details. Who will capture all these details? Pega itself internally will capture all these details in this log file. Okay, now good thing is here Pega is providing an option to configure it but few of the events is must. You cannot uncheck those settings. No, I don't want to capture invalid token request. There is no option to uncheck this one. All these are mandatory, but apart from that, if you want to add few more things, or if you want to log few more events means like for example, every SQL query that is executed. See here, every report definition that is executed, someone is executed the report definition production directly. action, run. Okay, that's it. Now go to the, because I have run the report definition, assuming this is a production environment. Log files, security events. See, report definition has executed. Okay, which is which is which is violating the security policies. I mean, it will not harm to the system, assuming, but sometimes there is no option. We should run and check the data, but leave it. But I'm just, my intention is Pega is monitoring, Pega is logging all these actions performed by you. Okay. Now, apart from these also, if you want to configure additional things, for example, see this one, every SQL query that is executed, I have selected this one. Click on submit. Okay, security event configuration updated successfully. Like this, apart from the existing configurations, if you want to add or if you want to log few more configuration, few more events which are related to the security, you can select all those things. You can select all those things. Now, I have I have selected this every SQL query that is executed. Now here I already explained in my previous video. Go to the system database query runner. System database query runner. Now history, which query they have executed. Uh, Now this time I am running the query again from the Pega rules. Click on run. Okay. Now see, this time Pega is logs this action as well or not, because ideally we should not run the SQL queries in production. I mean, okay, whether the Pega is logging this action in the background or not, we will see this one. Go to the system operations, log files, Pega rules. See, system map centric cache shortcut etc. Data access event type database query has executed blah blah blah. Okay, execute db invoked outcome success etc. So immediately Pega logs this, Pega tracking this event as well. Okay, so just that's why if we want to configure any additional security events, like which is related to the authentication events or data access events or security administration events, or OAuth events, and also in Pega there is an option to configure the custom events. I mean, to create the custom events. Custom events is on and off. If you want to off, you can off it, or if you want to enable the custom events, you can enable it. Custom events, you can write the custom events by using some Java code. Okay, by using some Java code. I mean, uh, custom security events in Pega, custom security events in, adding a custom security event. So there is a simple Java code API, Java API to log the custom events as well, to log the custom events as well, because all these are built-in events, right? Similarly, you can log the custom events also. So all these things really will be useful. Why? Because the ultimately the way of learning is decoding the Pega, whether that option is there or not. This is more or less like a puzzle. This is more or less like a puzzle, whether this option is there or not. If it is there, how can I find this option? How can I track this option? How can I explore this option? It's more or like a puzzle. See this one. Okay. tools dot get security event logger dot log custom event. This method, by using this method, you can log the custom events. You can log the custom events as well. You can log the custom events as well. Event type, outcome, message, custom fields, etc. All these things, you can log the custom messages. Okay, so in this way you can configure the security related events. For example, now I want to configure the logouts as well. Logouts, because just click on submit. The moment you log out, log off, and you click on login again, let's see whether these are capturing in the security events or not. Go to the configure, organization and security, tools, security, security event configuration, and at the same time go to system operations and logs, log files, and see in the security event whether the login and logout is enabled or not. See this one, database query has been executed. Lines per page, number of pages presented. Okay, just for time being, I want to do one thing. Enable every SQL query that is executed. I'm just submit and log off and log in. Configure system operations and logs, log files, security event log files. See, authentication event type, log off, because we have enabled that, right? We want to capture the log off details as well. When the log off, we want to capture the login event, authentication event, event type login. So like this, by default those are not available. If you want to do, and I mean if you want to capture those details as well, you can capture by using the security event configuration. Successful login and successful logout. Every open work class object on the clipboard that succeeded. Changes to the report definition filters and the search queries. Okay, every invocation of the access manager, every Bix form changes and execution. For example, in the real time, if you run the Bix reports directly, also that can capture if you enable this one. Every invocation of the access manager. For example, now here I'm selecting every invocation of the access manager and click on submit. Now go to configure organization and security. Here access manager privileges. Okay, now go to the system operations, log files, again security events. See, administration event type, access manager is invoked. Then they will ask you, why did you access the access manager in production? What is the purpose of accessing that? Because here everything is restricted, right? Because from access manager we can provide a full access or conditional access, everything we can restrict it from here. Then what is the purpose of accessing this one? So like this, they can monitor each and everything. I hope you understand the purpose of the security event configurations in Pega.